Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are gonna get my dining room from looking like this to this. It turned out so much better than I thought. When you actually see something as a whole, you're like, whoa, but we actually have to start from the beginning. So we're gonna go to where I'm actually sanding and staining the floor, which took forever, by the way. So to get the curtain rods down, I had to remove the plant hangers, which I will be keeping because those are a DIY project as well. They were $2. This paintbrush roller gadget is like a time saver when it came to painting the top of the walls and avoiding the ceiling. Okay, so I was going to include a video of me painting the walls, and then the videos were just absolutely nowhere to be found, so to the baseboards we go. I know, I'm cringing too. So I'm gonna cover it up with some quarter rounds which we cut and numbered to make my life easier. The minute these went down, the corner started looking so much better. Listen, I just had way too much back skin action going on, so I switched out into a sweater and just here being my awkward self. So I was really hoping to nail all the pieces into the board versus the actual floor. This side of the wall they had different plans, so it got a little wonky. I did end up nailing a few into the hardwood. Alright, so some of the some of the nails were sticking out like just a wee bit, so I went ahead and yeah, they either got bent or they went straight through, but they are not sticking out anymore. So now I'm gonna go ahead and like caulk it to make it look seamless. You almost had it, my friend.
Hey!
Now, normally I don't wear gloves, but this time I put it on just so I could smooth out the caulk with my fingers and not get messy. It took me a while to learn this lesson, but I finally got here and it was so much easier. Look, I have nothing against the blue tape, but this yellow tape, it gets the job done so much neater. I'm not sure if quarter rounds are supposed to get painted on before being nailed in, but that's clearly not the path that I took. Bare is always my go-to when it comes to painting, and I only ever need like one coat, which is why I keep going back to that. And for this project, I use Whisper White Semi-Gloss. I used a tiny little trim brush for the bottom just because the roller was too big for the job and it was making it a little more difficult because it just kept making like puddles of paint, and yeah, I did not want that. Inside of this register wasn't as bad as the others, thank goodness, but I do have plans for spring to have someone come out and just really get in there for a thorough cleaning. I'm using the same floor registers throughout the house because the color really matches the hardware around the house, so I'm just gonna stick to it. I've had these chairs for about 7 years and I actually removed the plastic about a year ago. They look pretty good for a year's worth of mess. Like, honestly, they look pretty good for having 2 boys. I'm sure we can guess who sits on this one though. So this was my first time upholstering anything, so the confidence, it kind of wasn't there, if I'm being honest, but I went for it anyways. I figured I could always go back to the white ones if this doesn't work out. Alright, so now it's time to discuss the giveaway. I recently gained 5,000 new YouTube family members, and I'm so glad to have each and every one of you here. Here's how to enter the 5K giveaway, which is a $150 Amazon e-gift card. All you have to do is leave 5K anywhere in your comment. You could literally just write 5K if you don't want to write anything else. And I'll post the winner in my community tab the following week. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this dining room makeover so far. And you are always welcome to join the family with just a click of a button, which isn't going anywhere, so feel free to click it if you want to. Removing the staples took a lot of arm work, but after they were all removed, that's when the fun really began. I do plan on keeping the old fabrics. I have them packed away actually. I want to dry clean them and store them away just in case I wish to switch them back. It literally collects everything, but it wipes off so easy. Okay, so it does have its flow, which is not very noticeable, thank goodness. I was so happy with how it was looking against the wood. I wasn't sure how to make the edges seamless, so there are some wrinkles. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there are some wrinkles. But other than that, I think it looks amazing. So 2 down and 4 more to go. Did I know what I was doing? No, but we're gonna pretend and just go with the flow of the fabric. We did it? Yeah. Yeah, high five. Woo! So the picture frame came with this paper guide to help make nailing easier. Yeah, no, that was a fail. The hooks on the 2 frames were in completely different places. So I did have to go back and like redo the nails to position them in the correct spots. So this is the African print that I want to add to the frame. For the African map, I used the paper that was already inside of the frame and just made a border with it, just to give it like a cleaner look around the edges. Yeah, so about the second photo, we're just gonna borrow this family that came with the picture frames because the photo I was actually planning was just no match for my toddler.
Alright, so we're gonna start the spray paint. I showed you guys this in the last video. I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint the entire thing black. I actually really like the color, so I hope I'm not making a mistake. This one I didn't show you guys. This is an all white bucket. I just taped it up. I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint the top of this black also, and I'm gonna do some tribal print thing. I bought a stencil at Michael's, which I'm gonna show you guys next, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint it onto here. So let's hope this all works out. Let's hope.
I was just trying to be quick as possible. I wasn't sure how spray paint would perform in this temperature, but it did pretty well, especially with the drying part. I know, my taping skills need a little work. I want the print to be an off whitish color, so I mixed a little peach and yellow into like a large amount of white paint so that I don't have straight white paint. And I definitely underestimated the use of stencils. I've only ever traced it, but never like dabbed it with paint. I'll definitely have to practice what method is used to get a cleaner application because it was just definitely not happening on this plant pot. So me being me, I improvised and hand printed some patterns, and this was the final look. I actually really like it, and one of my followers actually gave me this idea. You know who you are. Thank you very, very much. Even though it's really nice, I am going to go ahead and donate it to my living room because I don't think it matched the dining room look that I'm going for. About a year ago, I bought a $5 macrame plant hanger from Target, and I have never seen it again. So I decided to recreate it using my own macrame strings. I was really inspired by that one. Like, I really, really like the look of it. But I wasn't familiar with some of the macrame knots, so I did have a book right next to me. I borrowed it from the library, and it really helped me out with these knots. I repotted 3 hanging pathos plants into one container, and that's what's going into this specific plant hanger.
Why does Aaron have a curious
To repot the plants, I'm going to go ahead and use cocoa fiber potting mix. I've had this for a while now. I just haven't had the chance to use it because I had no idea where it was. But yep, we put it in some water and it expanded, and now we are going to mix it in with some regular soil. It could be used on its own. I just want to see how it works with the regular soil. So and I'll get to reuse the glass bowls on my older DIY hangers to welcome a fresh batch, but I'm terrified of plant bugs, just in case there are any in there, so my husband had to step in and help me. Back to the glass bowls. The glass bowls were $1 at Dollar Tree. I know their price went up by like 25 cents. And also the brown string also tied them up to hold the glass bowls. Speaking of plants, in my dining room haul video, some of you voted yes to keep the bamboo planters and others said nope. $40 was just like way too much.
I think you're making a mess, Daddy.
I split Sweet Pea into two, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to give the other half a name. Like, I'm confused about that. But now it's time to get everything into place. I ended up exchanging the watering can, and this one fits so much better and it's less messy when it comes to actually watering the plants because of its spout. I went with sheer curtains and I also spray painted some rings that I already had on hand. We don't actually close the curtains because of the way the plants are set up on it. So it just works out really well. The plants are like a curtain, I guess, a floral curtain. Guys, this space looks amazing, at least to me. So these were coasters that we made as a family last year, but I've been using them for the plants so that the pots aren't directly on the wood surface, because then it just creates like this fungusy thing. found this wood planter in the basement and switched it out because I really liked how it looked and I think it fit the space better. Honestly, I wasn't sure about the straps, but they did grow on me. But when the dining room was almost finished, it just didn't match the theme I was going for. So I did end up removing the straps and I'll find another use for it. Setup look without a table runner before adding it. I actually really like it. I think it just looks, I don't know, it just looks really good to me. But I gotta put my DIY table runner on because I put a lot of effort into that. And here is the complete look of the dining room makeover. I like all the natural tones and the greenery from the plants. The space just, I feel like it just came together so well in my opinion. I know many of you like to see the entire room, so I made sure to capture the space in its entirety. Okay, it's coming up. I hope you guys all enjoy. Don't forget to add your 5K comment down below to enter the giveaway. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed week.